My beloved child, I see you. I see the tears you have tried to hide and the worries you cannot put into words. I know you have tried to be strong, yet you still feel the weight pressing upon your heart. There are nights when you lie awake, wondering if you will make it through tomorrow. And there are times when you question whether I am listening to you. I am here, right now, in the midst of your sighs and the cries no one else hears. I am here. Have you ever wondered why hardships happen? Why you must endure trials that seem impossible to overcome? My dear child, life on this earth was never promised to be easy. But I promise you this, you will never walk alone. When you feel lonely, I am holding your hand. When you feel weak, I am your strength. When you feel lost, I am the light that guides you. I know you are searching for answers and hope, and I want you to know there is no challenge you face that I cannot help you overcome. This is not a message for you to read and then forget. This is an invitation for you to pause, listen, and step into my presence. I will speak to you, guide you, and show you that you are far stronger than you think. Keep listening, my beloved child. I have more to say to you. My beloved child, I know you are exhausted. I see you facing unpaid bills, unfinished projects, dreams that seem dead, and broken relationships. I know you have tried to keep going, but nothing seems to improve. You have asked yourself countless times, why is this happening to me? But my dear child, this is not the time for despair. This is the time for you to face reality and find a way forward. I have not given you a spirit of fear. I have placed within you the strength to take action. But that action cannot begin if you keep waiting for a miracle to fall from the sky. Miracles do not always appear the way you imagine. Sometimes miracles begin when you decide to stand up and take the first step. You may feel lost, but I want you to know that you do not need to have all the answers right away. I am not asking you to change everything in one day. I am simply asking you to do the first thing you know is right, whether it is a small act, like reorganizing your priorities, letting go of unnecessary burdens, or seeking guidance from trusted people. My dear child, hardships are not your final destination. They are only part of the journey. But to move past them, you must face the truth. Do not deny your problems. Do not hide your failures or mistakes. Do not pretend everything is fine when it is not. Face reality with courage, because only when you see the problem clearly can you find the solution. I have given you wisdom to make sound decisions. Do not let fear paralyze you. Do not believe the lie that you are powerless, because you are not. You have the ability to choose, the power to change, and I will walk with you every step of the way. If you do not know where to start, seek guidance from those I have placed in your life. Open your heart to the people you trust. Do not be ashamed to ask for help. No one was created to face challenges alone, and you are no exception. My beloved child, I want you to remember that progress is not always immediately visible. Sometimes, you must plant the seeds before you see the sprouts emerge. But trust that every effort you make has value, even if it goes unnoticed by others. Take time to reevaluate what truly matters in your life. There are things you need to let go of, old habits, negative thoughts, and fears that have held you captive for far too long. Do not let your past define you. Do not allow past failures to keep you from future successes. My dear child, start today. Make a plan, even if it is simple. Do not wait until you feel ready. Action will bring clarity, and each step you take will lead you to the place I have prepared for you. I do not promise that the road ahead will be easy, but I promise that every step you take will have purpose. Rise up, my beloved, not to wait for a miracle, but to become a part of the miracle itself. I will walk with you. My beloved child, challenges are not the end. They are the beginning of transformation. Every hardship you face is not meant to break you, but to shape you into someone stronger. Do not see adversity as a sentence. See it as a lesson. I have seen you wrestle with disappointment and fight against the fears that surround you. I know there have been moments when you felt like there was nothing left to hold on to. But my dear child, those moments of seeming weakness are opportunities for you to discover the hidden strength within yourself. When you walk through challenges, you do not remain the same. You learn patience when things do not go as planned. You learn endurance when everything seems to work against you. You discover courage you never knew you had. But my beloved, Growth does not happen by chance. It requires an open heart that is willing to learn and ready to change. I do not want you to go through pain without gaining something from it. Every challenge carries a lesson, and if you are willing to learn, you will come out of this with a renewed vision and a stronger spirit. Do not see failure as a sign of weakness. See it as an invitation to reassess your direction and strengthen your foundation. Do not be ashamed of falling. The real danger is not in falling, it is in refusing to rise again. My dear child, when you face challenges, I want you to ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What is this teaching me about patience, humility, or faith in something better? Let these questions guide you toward growth instead of pulling you deeper into despair. I also want you to know that challenges teach you about love. Not only how to love others, but also how to love yourself. When you endure loss, you learn to appreciate what you have. When you feel lonely, you understand the value of genuine connections. And when you realize you have overcome what once seemed impossible, you learn to love yourself more. My beloved child, I am not saying this process will be easy. There will be days when you feel exhausted, but every step you take brings something valuable: clarity, compassion, and a new perspective on life. Do not overlook the lessons that challenges bring. Do not let your pain be meaningless. Remember what you have learned and let it become the foundation for your next steps. I also want you to know that you do not need to be perfect right away. Transformation happens step by step, and I am here to guide you through each stage. What matters most is that you do not stop. Do not let failure cause you to abandon your growth. My dear child, I have placed within you the ability to rise and move forward. Use what you have learned to step ahead with confidence. Let the lessons from these hardships become the foundation for the strength I know you can achieve. Your journey is not over. This is simply the next step in becoming the person I created you to be. Do not fear change, for I am working to transform you in ways you have never imagined. Trust this process and move forward with courage. I am walking with you. My beloved child, I know you have felt trapped, bound by past mistakes, fears of the future, and the relentless pressures of the present. I see you striving to break free from the invisible chains that hold you back, yet each attempt seems to pull you right back to where you started. My dear child, it is time to break those chains. Your chains are not the circumstances around you, but the limits you have placed in your own mind. They are the fear of failure, the doubt in yourself, and the belief that you are unworthy. These do not come from me. I did not create you to live in fear or helplessness. I created you to live in freedom, the freedom to walk boldly and confidently in what I have placed within you. But freedom does not come easily. It requires you to face the truth about what has been holding you back for so long. I want you to stop avoiding the things you are afraid to confront. Look directly at your fears, name them, and bring them before me. My beloved, I am not asking you to be strong on your own, but I am asking you to be honest about what binds you. You cannot heal wounds you refuse to acknowledge. You cannot break chains you refuse to see. Let me tell you this: your past does not define you. Your mistakes do not determine your worth. I have seen every failure, every misstep, and I have still chosen to love you. There is nothing you have done or failed to do that can separate you from my love. My dear child, release the weight of regret. Do not let past failures keep you from moving forward. Do not let the criticism of others define who you are. The harsh words you have heard, the times you have been dismissed, they are not the truth about you. The truth is, you were created to overcome. I have placed within you the ability to rise above adversity, but that ability cannot be unlocked if you continue to cling to fear and doubt. My beloved child, rise up. Speak to your fear and tell it that it no longer has power over you. Refuse to let doubt paralyze you. Remember, I did not create you to live in timidity. I have placed within you a spirit of courage and determination. You do not need to wait until you feel strong to take action. It is action itself that will set you free. Every step you take will weaken the chains that have bound you. Every small decision will shake the walls that surround you. My dear child, I want you to know that the first step may be the hardest, but it is also the most important. Do not be afraid to move forward just because you cannot see the entire path. My light will illuminate the way, one step at a time. As you begin to break free from your chains, you will realize that what once held you back is not as powerful as it seemed. The barriers you thought were impossible to overcome will start to crumble the moment you decide not to let them control you anymore. My beloved, I want you to know that freedom is not a distant dream. It is the reality I have prepared for you. But you must choose to step out of the shadows and into the light. Let me lead you. Trust that what I have begun in you will not be left unfinished. I will continue to work within you until you see the complete transformation I have promised. You are no longer a victim of your circumstances. You are chosen to rise above adversity and rediscover who you were created to be. Embrace the freedom I have prepared for you and never return to the chains you have left behind. My beloved child, I am calling you into the light. Believe it and step forward. My beloved child, the journey you are on is not something I have designed to destroy you. It is the path to shape you into someone stronger, wiser, and more courageous. I know you have endured much pain, but I also see the strength that is rising within you. You are not defined by your current circumstances. You are not limited by past failures or fears about the future. You were created to rise after every fall, to keep moving forward, even when everything seems to stand against you. My dear child, I do not promise that the road ahead will be easy, but I promise it will be worth it. Every step you take, every brave decision, and every time you refuse to give up brings you closer to the freedom I have prepared for you. Remember, I am not here only to comfort you in your weakness. I am here to give you the strength to act. Do not let fear or doubt hold you back. Do not wait for circumstances to change. You are the change I want to bring into this world. My beloved, I have placed within you everything you need to step out of the darkness and into the light. Do not look back. Do not return to where you once were. Walk forward with courage, for I am walking with you. Now is the time for you to act. This is the moment for you to begin again, and I will be here, guiding you every step of the way.